Hello, everyone. Welcome to the latest episode of Breakdown to Lowdown with Nicky and Ian.
What's up?
Join us as we analyze and dissect music and pop culture. If you're a first-time listener to the show, I just want to take a quick minute to summarize the format of the show for you. So we have the breakdown where we discuss 2 to 3 new releases and or discovery tracks from the R&B soul genre. Sometimes we'll throw in some hip-hop and other genres in there too. During that segment, we also both select one oldie but goodie. Then on the Lowdown, we get a little messy and discuss urban pop culture happenings. That's where you, as a listener, can chime in and send in your personal opinions and or responses to some of the topics discussed.
That's where the content for the warm-up comes from. We read your responses and discuss them at the top of the episode. Don't forget that you can listen to us on iTunes Podcasts if you are using an iOS device and on Google Play Music if you have an Android. Follow us on Twitter at real_B2L and on Instagram at breakdown2lowdown. Now let's start the warm-up.
The warm-up.
All right, everyone, welcome back to the latest episode of Breakdown to Lowdown with Nicky and Clarence.
Yo, what up?
Yo, guys. Okay, so I spent 5 minutes trying to remember my password to the platform that we used to record. So that's the first part. Then I spent another 5 minutes trying to get my pop filter to remain a pop filter because it didn't want to block my pops. So that's how we're starting off today. Yo, I first of all, I love y'all. Thank you so much for everybody who listens and sticks out with us. Cause like I have been tired for the last 3 weeks. I know y'all have been hearing me say that. There have been a couple of those weeks where, Clarence was tired as well, but mostly it's been me. So I'm trying to last night, I went to sleep at 10:30. That's the earliest I've ever been to sleep in recent years. And I was like, okay, I'm going to get 9 hours of sleep. It's about to be lit. It didn't work out for me like that. But anyways, welcome to a let out episode. We're doing a let out this week because on account of, it's just time for a new let out episode. And you guys know that these are a little shorter. Right about now, you should be hearing Jadena's let out play.
Yeah, I'm running late, so just meet me at the let out. Yeah, I'm trying to get in, but I'm trying to get out.
And it's kind of like what it's based on. You guys know the concept of the let out to come out the club. It's like the after party. And this is what kind of like what the let out is on Breakdown to Lowdown. It's like an after party. It's like a conversation between you guys and us. And we have a theme. On the breakdown, we have a theme on the lowdown. If you've never heard one of our let out episodes, I recommend that you go listen to some of the past ones. They've been pretty dope. Today, our topic is going to be on the breakdown. We're going to be discussing sunny songs. So songs that where you listen to them, you kind of feel the sun. You see the sun. We talked about, I think, with Junior T, seeing color at one point in music. I don't know if you remember, Clarence.
Yeah, I remember.
Was it with Junior T or was with Keithan? I don't remember. With Junior T? Yeah, when you talked about, sometimes in certain songs you see color, you see something. And I feel like there's certain vibes that a song gives you where you see the sun, you see a sunny day. And that's kind of that's the theme for the breakdown songs this week. And then on the lowdown, it's not going to be as sunny. So that's why we gave you guys some sun a little bit on the breakdown. But on the lowdown, we're going to be discussing, we're going to continue a little bit the discussion that we were having last week about the social interactions between Black and white people. But this is part 2 of that conversation on the lowdown. Yeah. And then we'll also, we'll talk about the tragic situation that's been happening. I'm sure you guys have all heard about, and we'll talk about that on the lowdown. It's kind of the reason why I'm not gonna read any comments on the warm up this week, because it's like they all mostly have to do with what we talked about last week on the lowdown, which was those race relations. So it's like we might as well just save the conversation for the lowdown. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. So, it's about to be heated.
It's about, I hope it's not heated, but how are you feeling? How's your energy? How are you maintaining?
I'm maintaining, you already know. Well, I'm maintaining. It's just like, man, with what's going on these past
Yo,
couple days and all the discussion. Like, man, like I just feel like, anyways, we'll keep that for the other part of the episode. But I just feel like, man, we keep running in circle and we keep talking about the same
we're
shit
always
over
here.
again.
We're always here.
Yeah.
Agreed. Agreed. I was gonna ask you something. What was I gonna? Oh, shoot. Yeah. First of all, if you guys are not in the Montreal area or like near, it's cold now. Like summer's over right here. So summer said, "That's nice. That's nice.
What?
You guys had your fun."
So Nikki, what if you remember what
Uh,
I used to tell you all the time. Stop complaining about the messy weather, the humidity, and all that. Because in August, I don't want to hear you. All right. And
you
now,
did say that.
there you go.
I'm not complaining. I wasn't complaining. This is my favorite weather.
I'm just saying, it's just the beginning.
I like it like this. I like
After
fall.
that, in October, November, oh my God, we're having snow and shit. Like, all right.
Yes, okay. I can complain about the snow because I never claimed to like snow. I need snow only on 2 days, on Christmas and my birthday. That's it. Now, yes, it's cold, but the cold, like it's not really that cold. It's like fall weather, which I love. You know, you can wear little jackets and look cute and all that, and you're not sweating. Now, what I don't like is this rain that they've scheduled, and ruining like our rooftop activities. Like, what's going on? Like, we're not gonna have the barbecue no more. It's not happening. Yeah,
It's gonna
fine.
get pushed back, man.
So the only one Clarence invites me to, of course, it gets canceled.
Man, I allegedly. See, yo, now you have to blame Mother Nature, man, not me. Mother Nature.
Blame Mother
Mother
Nature.
Nature being a bitch right now. So, man, it's kind of ruining my
Damn.
plans too. But anyway, hey.
I mean, it's life, man, yo. And we got to
Yeah.
deal with the rain. Anyways, you know what's not going to be rainy, though?
Mm,
The breakdown. The breakdown is not going to be rainy at all. Let's get into it.
all right, do this.
The breakdown. 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 Breakdown.
All right, everyone. Welcome to the breakdown this week. I'm going first, but it's, it's more like a discussion. So we're discussing our theme on the Let Out episode. We're discussing sunny songs and songs that just remind us of a brighter time, a sunny day. Now, for me, the first one, I've always wanted to like hear this song like on a drive, right? Like on a drive going to, I don't know, a road trip, but it has to be a sunny day. Like you can't play this on like a snowstorm or a rainy day. Like you can't do that. It would be Frank Ocean's Golden Girl. Is it Golden or Golden Girl? One of, I don't know.
I know there's golden in it.
I think it's just Golden.
Yeah, I know there's golden for a fact. I don't know if it's Golden Girl. I don't remember. Let me check it out though.
Because you know what, this song, I believe it's a hidden track. Yeah, it's Golden Girl.
Like wildcats running on the grass. Yeah. You're a girl on this island. I'm a boy from America. My flight leaves tonight, but I don't think I'm going backwards. I won't be going backwards. You're my golden girl. You're the one I've chosen, girl. You're 24K. You make it bright when it's gray, yeah. You're my golden girl. The sun has been kind to you. You're 24K, yeah. But the sky is never gray.
Yeah. So it's a hidden track on Channel Orange. I used to have I still have it actually. I had the album actually. I think Channel Orange is the last physical CD I bought. No. Yo, legit. Like I think that or Beyonce's Surprise album in 2013 might be the last physical album I bought. But I just remember playing it, and I love when artists used to do those surprise tracks, those like hidden tracks when the album just keeps going. And that's what Golden Girl is. So at the end of Channel Orange, if you let it play, Golden Girl plays. And I love that track. It's just so fresh. It feels like nature. It feels like a sunny day. If it's very fitting to its name. I loved Frank's delivery on there. Very airy, very hopeful, even.
Yeah, no, I agree with you on that track, man. To be honest, like you just remind me about that track because I totally forgot about that track. But nah, man, that's definitely a good vibe. I can't understand why for you that's a sunny type of track. To be honest,
Yay!
yeah,
Good, good. So what's one of your first ones?
man. To be honest, I don't even need it. I don't even need like a sunny day. Could be like cold weather, whatever. The minute that track hits, man, for me, like everything is peaceful and shit. But Ice Cube,
Uh-huh.
it was a good day. Like man, like especially during summertime,
Oh,
sometimes
yes.
in the afternoon, it's like man, it's so smooth.
Just waking up in the morning, gotta thank God. I don't know, but today seems kinda odd. No barking from the dog, no small. And mama cooked the breakfast with no hog. I got my grub on, but didn't dig out. Finally got a call from a girl I wanna dig out. So hooked it up for later as I hit the dope. Thinking, will I live another 24? I gotta go, cause I got me a drop top. And if I hit the switch, I can make the ass drop. Had to stop at a red light, looking in my mirror, not a jacker in sight, and everything is alright. I got a beat from Kim, and she can fuck all night. Called up the homies and I'm asking y'all, which part are y'all playing basketball? Get me on the court and I'm troubled. Last week fucked around and got a triple-double. Freaking niggas every way like MJ. I can't believe.
Like you could ride around or whatever, walk or like just cook out or whatever it is, whatever you're doing during that day, like it's a good day. It's a
Yeah.
good vibe.
Definitely feels like a sunny barbecue song. Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, that will be one of my main ones. Yeah, definitely my main one, to be honest. The more I think about it, that's my main one.
Okay. All right. That's
Yeah,
good. That's
Ice
good.
Cube, man. I got a gazillion of it. To be honest, like with
Ice
this,
Cube's such a legend, Mo. We don't even talk about Ice Cube. People don't like. Can we talk about Ice Cube and how he was writing for everybody in NWA and how like he was able to fit? He's able to like even you talking about it was a good day. He's such a chameleon. He's able to fit so many different roles. Like he can be the gangster. He could be the happy guy. He could be the movie
mhm,
guy. Like the executive. Like Ice Cube. Like we don't talk about this man.
legend, legend. Shout out to Ice
Legend.
Cube, man.
Yes.
Mhm,
Um. Another song that for me it reminds me of the sun. I mean, it's obviously it's a little bit like it's obvious. It's called Sunny by Marvin Gaye. But this one does its job, as soon as like Sunny.
Sunny, yesterday my life was filled with rain. Sunny, you smiled at me and really eased the pain. Now the dark days are done and the bright days are here. My sunny one shines so sincere. Sunny one so true, I love you. Sunny, thank you for the sunshine bouquet. Sunny, thank you for the love you brought my way. You gave to me your all in all, and now I feel 10 feet tall. Sunny one so true, I love you. Sunny, thank you for the truth.
It's groovy. You know what I mean? Like as soon as it starts, you're just like, oh my goodness. Like I want to be like on a helicopter or what is that thing? That thing where you're in the sky. Oh God, what is that thing? Hot air balloon. I would love to be in a hot air balloon.
Never been in an air balloon
And just
before?
like I've never been. I've never been. Have you?
Cool. Yeah, cool experience. Once only though, but cool experience to be honest. Yeah,
No, I've never. You know what? Like, I'm gonna put that on the list of things to do because I
yeah.
mean,
Well,
I
just
remember when I was
take that
younger.
time though. You still got time before the summer
Yeah.
ends. I don't know if because of COVID, like they doing it again, but
Oh, I was like, I thought you were like, we still have time before the world ends. I'm like, well, I'm not sure about that.
well, that shit too though. Kind of, we never know. Tomorrow might be the last one anyway. I'm trying to freak people
That's,
out. Anyway, that's me and
I
my
mean,
conspiracy theory state.
let's not. Yeah, let's stay sunny. Let's stay sunny. No, but yes, this is one of those songs for me. It's just so pure. It's so good, man. It's fun. I like it. I like that. What's one of your next ones?
My next one. To be honest, man, you got it right last time, man. I will be a West Coast ass nigga. To be honest, mom.
Told you.
Yeah, nah, my next one, man, Dr. Dre and Snoop. Let me. To be honest, I got two of them though. Let Me Ride ain't nothing but a G thing. Matter of fact, the whole Chronic album.
1, 2, 3 into the 4. Snoop Doggy Dogg and Dr. Dre is at the door, ready to make an entrance, so back on up.
Cause you know we're about to rip shit up.
Give me the microphone first so I can bust like a bubble. Compton and Long Beach together, now you know you in trouble. Ain't nothing but a G thing, baby. Too low out niggas, so we're crazy. Death Row is the label that pays me. Unfadable, so please don't try to fake this. But back to the lecture at hand. Perfection is perfected, so I'ma let them understand. From a young G's perspective. And before me dig on a bitch, I have to find a contraceptive. You never know, she could be earning her man and learning her man. And at the same time burning her man. Now you know I ain't with that shit, Lieutenant. Ain't no pussy good enough to get burned while I'm offended. And that's realer than real deal, Holyfield. And now you hookers and hoes know how I feel. Well, if it's good enough to get broke off a proper chunk, I take a small piece of some of that funky stuff. It's like this and like that and like this and it's like that and like this and like that and it's like this and like that and like this.
Like that album is strictly like some sunny shit. Like it's the type of album like it's a summer
LA
album.
weather.
Yeah, LA weather. And you up to no good. Like you get out, you get in the ride, you just ride around, like you just do like some regular activities, nothing flashy, nothing more. You just chill in the hood, you do what you gotta do. Like to be honest, the whole Chronic album, but like especially like these two tracks, Let Me Ride and Nothing But a G Thing. Man, these tracks for me it's timeless. Like it's one of those tracks I listen to them every day. Like especially in summertime for me, man. Yeah.
No, I mean I agree with those songs. Anything like honestly, if we're not anything, but a lot of things Dr. Dre stamped will have that like that feel to it, that like that element that is like I'm a gangster, but like I'm also laid back and chilling in the sun and flipping burgers and shit.
That's it. Get your fresh Chuck tees, ice socks. Tank top.
Exactly.
Let's hit the street.
Yo, okay. So one of my next ones, okay, this has to be like, if you're a Haitian listener, you're going to get it right away. But this had to be on my list because for some odd reason, I absolutely love this song. It's by a Haitian group called Karimi. All my Zoes, you know what I'm talking about already. Mm-hmm. It's called Femme Cadeau, which...
Pas oublier côté moi arrêté moi pas remettre tout ça ou remettre moi ça monter ou puis belle chef et c'est l'ange pour soleil lever changer l'idée oh chérie femme cadeau pas quitter bien m'chaper pour le paraître tourner chérie femme cadeau mal couvre avec ses toiles la ligne pour jaloux chérie femme cadeau chaque côté bien pilé on sous capété chérie femme cadeau pas quitter mal et loin chérie femme cadeau.
That's the first communion music.
That is not a first communion song, okay? Because if you playing that,
we chilling. Oh
Well,
my
yeah,
God,
actually,
bro.
yeah, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. But for my English listeners or people who are not Haitian, femme cadeau means like gift me you, give gift yourself to me,
Mm,
basically. So
mm.
like that doesn't even translate well. I never thought of this. So it's like what he's saying in the song is basically give yourself to me as a present, like because I love you so much, like wow, like can you be mine, like that's basically what it's asking for. And there's a little harmonica that plays in this song, like the little beat drop and the harmonica drops. I swear to y'all, I see the sun dancing every single time I hear this song. I've always said this is gonna be one of my wedding songs for sure, like whenever that thing happens, when God willing, whenever
Oh,
he decides.
you'll be sending a lot of message recently on a lot of episodes. So man,
Yo,
your
Clarence
DM should
won't
be
let me
booming by now.
live.
Bet money
Wow, the
your DM be booming. I need to go through your DM
y'all,
one day.
ladies, let me know, because you know how there's the primary and the general spots in your DMs.
Mm.
Now, do y'all really be moving people from general to primary? Because I leave so much people in my general, and for some, and I don't, I'm not that tech savvy anymore. I used to be tech savvy when I was younger, but now I just feel old, and I'm not even sure if there's a way to switch those general people into the primary, or is there a way to get notifications for general messages as well? Because I don't get any notifications, and then people think I'm rude that I don't answer their DMs, which I probably wouldn't answer them either way, but at least I would know there was a notification. You know what I mean? So, ladies, let me know. I'm curious about that.
Hey, man, all that to say her DM be booming, guys. Like, keep doing what you're doing, shoot your shot.
Yeah. Yeah, I said no such thing. But anyway, shout out to Karimi, shout out to Femme Cadeau, dope track.
Oh, man,
Just
that track, man, OG track, man. Yo, I'm telling you, that's that communion music, baptism. Like Asian, we like to party, man. We like to
that.
party,
Oh
man.
my God,
That's
you
what we
just reminded me of another one. Yo,
we
there's too many of these tracks. When you said party, man, I'm gonna put it in my honorable mentions because it wasn't on my original list. But I'll tell you after.
Oh
What
man,
is one of your next ones?
other pick, man. I got a bunch of them to be honest. I'll go with Pharrell. Pharrell and Jay-Z fronting.
Ooh.
Yeah, yeah, smooth one.
Carrying on, never mind if I'm showing off. I was just frontin'. You know I want you, babe. I'm ready to bet it on, unless you don't care at all. But you know I want you. You should stop frontin', babe. Trying to be the best girlfriend you could be. Still you sneak and look at me, and girl, I love it. Then you give your other girl a shove. Tell her you gon' call her, ask how it was, and she's gon' love it. Whoa, yeah. So then we tried. Singing it slow down because you weren't used to how fast we touched. Then we locked eyes. And I knew I wasn't there, and I was gon' tear your ass up. I know that I'm carrying on, never mind if I'm showing off. I was just frontin'. You know I want.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's a
remember.
good one. That's a good one.
Yeah, I remember like when that track. I was a kid when that track came out, but I remember I
Oh,
used
I
to.
was gonna say, was you in the clubs?
Nah,
Was
man, definitely not, man. Way too young. But nah, no,
well,
but big facts. Like I remember, like man, my dad's crib used to be the spot for cookouts and all that. I know for a
mhm.
fact that song would play. Like man, everybody would be grooving. Like
that's
old
that's a good.
Asian,
That's a
like
good.
even though it wasn't like some compa zoo, even them old Asian, like they would love
But they feeling it too.
yeah, like
Yo, that's what you know is good music. Like it transcends genres and everybody can like bounce to it. Yo, y'all
mm,
getting some sunny ass music right now. I know y'all are getting your life, and because I am too, just thinking about these songs. I have to. This goes right along with you. Ashanti, Ja Rule, Happy.
yeah.
No, my God, I'm so sorry. Not Happy. Mesmerize.
Oh yeah, man.
Mesmerize is the one.
But
Happy
Happy's
does
a
the
good
job as
one
well.
too, to be honest.
That's what I'm saying. But I actually meant Mesmerize, because what in my head, the song I'm singing in my head is Mesmerize, and I'm like, that's not Happy. But both of them are great, but definitely Mesmerize for me.
Your smile, eyes,
Love it when you kiss me, baby.
your hips, those thighs, eyes.
Love it when
fetish for fucking you with your skirt on the back street in the backseat of the Yukon. What's taking so long? I'm getting anxious but patiently waiting for you to tell a nigga to move on. Between me and you, we can find each other flying abroad in my private G2. I ain't trying to G you, but I'm trying to see you bent over. You know how we do it, feet to shoulders, bring heat to cold this night, so ferocious. Now you street promoting the dick game is potent, cause in the bed, nigga go hard like Jordan. Sweat pouring, loving the way you be moaning, gripping the sheet, looking at me, licking at me, cause every woman just wanna be happy, and it's crazy, but baby, I love it when I'm with you, baby. Girl, you're still
does something to me. You know, the whole video, the amusement park and stuff is just like, I don't know, like it does
Ja Rule got
something
a
to
bunch
me.
of summer songs, to be honest. Ja Rule
I mean,
got
to be honest, what else did Ja Rule do? That's all he did, like R&B rap song collabos. You know, like I never knew not JC. I never knew Ja Rule to do anything else really. But
yeah, but
maybe I'm not familiar with his discog. I don't know.
well, most of Ja Rule hard hip hop stuff was his first album, but after that, like it was mostly like the chick joints, the duets, and all that, the girl songs. So yeah,
Okay,
but
see, you gotta watch yourself because they already on you about the sexism thing, and
well,
you
it's
talking about
fine.
girl
Well,
songs.
even Ja
First of all,
Rule
they're
said it
not.
himself. He's making songs for girl. He said it
It's
himself. He
not
knows
girl
the formula.
songs. Well, I know. Well, y'all niggas loved it too. So it was
I
y'all.
love it
What is
too. I don't
y'all
mind.
ladies?
I don't mind. I
Are
love
you
it
got?
too.
Are you a lady?
Me?
I'm kidding.
No,
He's like me.
but
Ooh.
look, man, they can be after me, but if the main guy say he knows his winning formula, so at the end of the day, he said it himself. What do you want me to do?
All right, all right. I'm just like teasing you, playing
Yeah,
devil's
no, I
advocate, but
no,
it's
I
funny.
know, I know for a fact people be thinking like that, but hey, like if the guy himself said it, hey, what do you want me to do?
What you want me to do? I'm sorry. Um,
Back.
what, do you have another one for us?
Oh man, which one? Man, which one, man? I don't know because like at the same time, you know what's funny with the summer themes
Hmm.
thing is like I'm always having that debate. Like you always have every year, every summer, you always have that one summer song that keeps playing everywhere. But for the first time, like this summer, we don't really have one.
Well, yeah. I mean, I know Bodak Yellow was like a few summers ago. We had Controlla a few summers ago, like on
Yeah,
Dance. This summer, I mean,
we
what was
don't
that
have a.
song? The one that it
There's no
was Megan
floor
Thee
show.
Stallion and Beyonce, no?
I don't know, man.
Savage remix.
I think the fact that there's COVID, nobody can hit the club. There's no cookout like that. Like it kind of.
Absolutely, yeah. It didn't hit the same for sure.
To be
Hit the same.
honest, like if it wasn't for that, I feel that WAP would be the song of the summer. That's me personally.
whores in this house. There's some whores in this house. There's some whores in this house. There's some whores in this house.
I said certified free, 7 days a week. Wet ass pussy, make that pull out game weak. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, you fucking with some wet ass pussy. Bring a bucket and a mop for this wet ass pussy. Give me everything you got for this wet ass pussy. Beat it up, nigga, catch a charge. Extra large and extra hard. Put this pussy right in your face. Swipe your nose like a credit card. Hop on top, I wanna ride. I do a kegel, what is inside? Spit in my mouth, look in my eyes. This pussy is wet, come take a dive. Tie me up like I'm surprised, that's roleplay. I wear disguise, I want you to park that Big Mac truck right in this little garage. Make it cream, make me scream. Out in public, make a scene. I don't cook, I don't clean, but let me tell you, I got this ring.
Gobble me, swallow me, drip down inside of me. Quick jump out for you, let it get inside of me. I tell them where to put it, never tell them where I'm about to be. I run down on them before I have a nigga running me. Talk your shit.
But the fact that there's no club, there's no even like city girls, man. To be honest,
There's some whores in this house.
even city girls, man, I don't like city girls like that. But I know for a fact when city girl be dropping me during the summer, it's going down for all the ladies.
I agree. I definitely think WAP would have been huge this summer if we were able to like really go out and do hood rat things with our friends. Yeah, for sure.
And rock activities, but
Listen, well, I do have one more on my actual mentions. It has to be any watchers of Scandal know that this song was abused. Nina Simone's Here Comes the Sun. Obviously.
Here comes the sun, little darling. Here comes the sun. I say it's alright. It's alright. Here comes the sun, little darling. Here comes the sun. I say it's alright. It's alright. Little darling, it's been a long, cold and lonely winter. Little darling, it feels like years since you've been here. Here comes the sun, little darling. Here comes the sun. I say it's all.
Listen, Nina Simone and that voice, man, on this track, that jazz tinged voice. And then every time Olivia would make a stupid decision and then realize and then come back to her. She was like, hold on, wait, let me go back in the sun. I'm walking in the sun. Okay. And she did that dumbass lip quiver that we know Kerry Washington is famous for. Nina Simone would play, and it was so apropos every time I hear this song. Before Scandal, post Scandal, it has been a song that just reminds me of a sunny day, a sunrise, to be honest, like right above the mountains, the sun coming up. Love it.
Man, can I have one? Matter of fact, man, I don't even have one specific, but any Popcaan, Vibes Cartel joint, you know the summer's going down. I don't care, man. Like, yo, if you're doing a cookout or party during
so you want me to play any Popcaan song here, or you have a specific one for me to play?
Popcaan, man, damn, yo, you got party nonstop, when me party.
Party start like movie, reach round a Susie. Fuck a girl when named Judy, I could tell she knew me. Alright, so she see me on Instagram, me for be the man. God no, she want me to shift the time apart till me leave the line. We party non-stop, we love that. Party alone like a bone top. Selector, pull up that before my fire gun shot. We party non-stop, we love that. Party alone like a gun top. Selector, pull up that. Woman forgive my comfort. Alright then, them know my style already. I great and vodka pile already. If we got one piece of the style of me geek, girl a shake when I'm here, when I'm my melody. Girl miss to the Kyle of money. Girl seat and a pre me fi ride me body. Miss canard barcode in a me Blackberry. What in a dress papi want to see. We party non-stop, we love that. Party alone.
Yo, Popcaan got a bunch of them, to be honest. He got a bunch of them.
Alright.
Vibes Cartel, yo, these guys, there's no summer without them. Like, I don't understand. Vibes Cartel's in jail and he keep dropping music. Like,
I don't understand that either. Somebody explain that to me.
yo,
But okay,
I don't care. If you invite me to a cookout and there's no Vibes Cartel, no Popcaan playing, man, it's a wrap.
don't invite Clarence.
Yeah, don't
because he's not. Yeah, it's a wrap. Okay, well. I think that's all for my real picks. I have some honorable mentions. I've actually played this song before, Diana Ross, Remember Me. It's one of those songs for me. Ain't No Mountain High Enough, Marvin Gaye, Tammy Terrell. Ain't no mountain high enough. Ain't no Party by Beyonce. That was the one that Clarence reminded me of earlier. I don't remember what we were talking about, but it reminded me of Beyonce's Party. Featuring...
What's that track again?
The Andre 3000 version, not the J. Cole version.
That's my joint right there. My mom, I can fuck with Beyonce too, guys.
And then Mireille Mathieu, Je t'aime avec ma peau, really. Je t'aime avec mon cœur, je t'aime avec ma peau. Random, but that one also just reminds me of a sunrise or a sunset for when I can drive quietly to that. It yeah, that's what I see when I listen to it. So yeah, did you have any honorable mentions?
Honorable mention? Man, that's a good question, man. Honorable mention. Man, that's a good question.
You know when somebody repeats the question like 3 times,
No,
they don't
because
have an answer.
nah, but there's so many tracks to be honest. But my honorable mention, I would go with Ja Rule, "Living It Up."
To everybody that be living it up, we say what I do. And all my ladies that be
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, I forgot about that song.
Ja Rule,
Yo,
"Living It
he
Up."
actually had hits.
I Need a Girl, man. Back in the day, especially the part 2, man. That's definitely some summer joint. I Need a Girl part 2.
Truly understands. Oh, yeah. What should I say now?
What else? Oh man, there's a bunch of them. To be honest, man, I could go on for days and days. Yo, Jay-Z, it's definitely like
Which
summer
one?
party. Give It to Me.
Give it to me. Give me that funk, that sweet, that nasty, that gushy stuff. But don't punish me. Come on.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yo, so many.
That would be
Well,
my
we hope that you
honorable
those are good, and we hope that you guys like had fun listening to these sunny suggestions. If you guys have any, you can always write us breakdown2lowdown@gmail.com, breakdown the number 2 lowdown@gmail.com. If there's songs that you think that we've missed here, obviously there's songs that we missed, but this is just for like what we think and what stands out for us in that category. Don't forget, you can also follow us on social media at real_B2L on Twitter, at breakdown2lowdown on Instagram, and just search breakdown to lowdown on Facebook. All of those are with the number 2 and not the word 2. Now, what are we getting into?
The Lowdown.
The Lowdown.
All right, everyone, welcome to the Lowdown, second half of the show. You're in the middle of our Let Out episode. Today's theme on the Lowdown, social interactions between Black and white people. If you're not already, make sure you're following us on all social media, Breakdown to Lowdown, breakdown number 2, Lowdown on Instagram, at real_B2L on Twitter. Search Breakdown to Lowdown on Facebook. All of those are with the number 2, not the word 2. If you listened last week, I hope you did. If you didn't, and this is your first episode, welcome. We were discussing, I don't even remember how we got here. I think off air, Clarence and I were talking about something that happened, some game night that he was having, him and his girl. And then we decided to bring it on air because I thought it was a great conversation. So a lot of you responded to that conversation. Some people were in agreement with me. Some people were in agreement with Clarence. I don't really think we had a difference of opinion because some people were like, the way that you guys divided it was like we really were saying something different. I don't think we were really saying anything that different. I do think,
really.
I do think that a little bit. I do think that Clarence, like, actually, I spoke to Clarence about this outside of the show, and I told him, I do think that because maybe he has like the experience of having somebody white in his family, there's a different type of maybe lenience a bit or understanding towards their side, but not saying that he's he's been through some shit already. Like he knows what's up, like he knows what it is, and vice versa. For me, it's like just because nobody in my family's married to anybody white or like I don't have to have any raisins in the potato salad at the cookout just because of that doesn't mean I can't understand what's good. Like I have like white people in my life. It's not like I've never seen a white person.
But that's the thing too, like, and like talking about the fact that I had like some white people in my family, and like one of my good friend, like I mentioned in the last episode, like one of my good homies is white. But I got that luck that they understand. Well, I'm not well. What I mean by understand is like, okay, they're not on some bullshit. They know what it is. Like when we talk to them, we can't have that conversation without it being uncomfortable and all that. Like we
Right.
feel good. But I got that luck. But I know some people for a fact, like one of my homie, her sister, her husband, he's white. But the thing is, like, the that white family though, they kind of divided. You got the white side that is super racist, and they just don't get it
Ooh.
at all, and they still till that day they don't even agree with that wedding and all that or whatever, and to the
Oh
point like they
boy.
didn't even attend that wedding. And you got that other side that they know the struggle. So that's what I'm saying. Like, don't people got me misconstrued or misunderstanding. Like I got that luck.
No, but they
I got
weren't. They
that
weren't. They
support.
weren't dissing you or anything.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah,
like they
yeah.
were like, "Oh, okay, I see it." Like, listen,
But
like
but
honestly,
at the end of the day, like don't get me
yeah.
wrong, I had my share of experience. Like at work, I even got fired because like they want some bullshit. Some white people want some bullshit and all that. I won't go into details and all that, but they want some bullshit, and I know what it is
Okay.
right away. Like right away,
Okay.
some shit went wrong. They went after the black guy, so I know what it is. Or when I'm driving around or whatever, like I get stopped. Like still, even like recently, like I was walking around because I'm in a white neighborhood, and like randomly the cop stopped. He slowed down the car and asked me question. Oh, what are you doing? But like you see me with my grocery bag. Why you asking me all these questions? You stopped for me, but you didn't stop for all them white folk. I got beat up by cops. I got my share of experience. So like that's my thing. Sometimes you have a way to talk and like people they jumping all over you and be on some like, oh no, you're not woke or this and that. Like what is woke then? Because sometimes
Exactly.
by pretending like, oh, you woke, but your action doesn't make you woker or whatever it is, whatever you want to call it. So that's my thing. Sometimes, like, instead of jumping the gun, pulling the trigger or whatever, like, take the time to understand the other person too, man. Like, sometimes the way that you act doesn't make you woke. That's how I feel sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
You just
Mm-hmm.
moving backward and you're not helping the cause. Like, that's how
Woke has become a freaking. It's just like
yeah.
cancel culture. It just has become not what it was meant to be. And like honestly, normally on the let out episodes, we have one topic, but there's a couple things like we do want to address that are actually related to our main topic, and then we'll get back to the social interactions. So I'm sure like many of you, if not all of you, have heard about the shooting that happened in Wisconsin, in Kenosha, Wisconsin, on August 23rd. So if you guys don't know, Jacob Blake, 29-year-old African American man, was shot and paralyzed by the police. He was hit by 4 of 7 shots, so they fired 7 times at him. Fired at his back during an arrest by a police officer. Not gonna say his name because fuck him. As the officers were attempting to arrest Blake, he wanted on a warrant of criminal trespass, domestic abuse, etc., whatever, doesn't matter. During the encounter, Blake was tasered and scuffled with officers. He was shot as he opened the driver's door to his SUV and leaned into the vehicle. 3 of Blake's sons were in the backseat. Okay, so he's not dead. He's paralyzed. This is honestly these are tweets I've seen. He's not dead. He didn't die. They didn't kill him.
Well, he's still paralyzed for no fucking reason, and his kid had to witness all of that. Like that's the thing. He didn't die, but it's still no good though.
Can we talk about why once again police officers are incapable of doing their fucking job? You are not able to arrest a civilian without shooting at him 7 times?
And the thing that is frustrating, I don't know if you saw that video online of that the white dude walking around with a rifle and he killed I think he killed 2 people, something like that. But the thing is like
I saw it.
the cops didn't do shit.
Yeah,
But
of course.
they didn't do shit, and he clearly had a
But they didn't take
rifle.
him to Burger King like they took Dylan Roof?
Yeah, like that shit is out of control. But like a random dude like that, a random black dude with his kids, like first of all, like I don't want to make like some damn. I lost my word in English. Right? Hypothèse. What is hypothèse in English again? Uh,
I don't want to hypothesize.
yeah. I don't want to like whatever, but it's just like yo, the guy is with his 3 kids in the back of his car. I don't think he means no danger at all. To be honest, like if you got some
Yeah,
comments,
I mean, anybody with logic or common sense or people who are treating others like a human being would have realized that. But because when they see us, They do not see people. That is the problem. That is the whole point of Ava DuVernay's series. If you have yet to see When They See Us, I strongly, strongly suggest you watch it. It really shows the depiction of how Black males are viewed in retrospect to other races, and it's just very. In comparison, it's very hard. It sucks, you know what I mean? And I don't give a fuck. Like, just as we were talking about, this other guy, this white guy running around shooting two people, and he's able to be apprehended and make it back alive and healthy. And we just don't get the same grace. We don't get the same courtesies. It's like we are not treated the same. What we want is to be treated like you treat everybody else. That's what we've been asking. And it's like, why are you able to do your job in this sense? Actually, you're not really. You're even doing your job to a lesser capacity when it comes to other races. But when it comes to us, it's like extreme uses of violence, always fearing for your life, always not knowing what to do. Like, what is this? Like, okay, like the racial sensitivity training, clearly that didn't work because you guys ain't sensitive to shit. It's just like it goes back to that whole conversation that we're having about the racial interactions and how certain things are viewed on our end and how they're viewed on their end. Now, if a white man is sitting in front of me and trying to explain to me why he's afraid of this man with 3 kids in the back, you better fucking believe I'm not gonna be receptive to his fucking explanation. You better fucking believe I'm gonna be like, bullshit. Like, I'm not gonna be open to hearing your explanation on this, to be honest with you. It's not gonna be a great conversation.
Nah, big facts. Man, to be honest, my thing is like, the way that I see it, man, the only way that I feel that it will stop if it's for like just one, like, I don't know, one day or just a whole week, Black people, we decided we don't do anything. We don't do shit. We don't go to work. We just stay at home. We don't do anything.
Like a boycott.
Yeah, just a boycott of everything. We just stay to the crib. We don't even go out. We just stay to the crib. I don't think they'll realize how much, like, the society, like, how much, like, yo, we run shit right now. Like, I think I said that in past episode when we're talking about George Floyd, we got an influence. Like, to be honest, like, yo, the world, yo. Well, I'm not gonna talk for the world, but like, I'll talk for the United States and Canada because I know more about it. But like, yo,
Right.
we run a lot of shit. They need us at the end of the day. They can kill us whatever they want, but like, everything that they do, they get it from us. Most of the shit that they do, they get it from us or whatever. Like, they just need a day or a whole fucking week, a whole fucking month of us not doing shit for them or whatever. Like, we staying at the crib, we don't do shit. They will realize shit. Like, yo, okay, this is not going down.
Well, speaking of boycotts, actually, many sports leagues have joined in a boycott until, I mean, we really don't know until when, if we're waiting on the officer to be brought up on charges. I'm not sure the demands of their boycott, but NBA teams have done, MLB as well. Sorry, go ahead.
But they're supposed to return to, I think, tomorrow, something like
Tomorrow?
that. Tomorrow or Saturday, I don't know. That's what I've been reading. But they all agreed to resume the playoffs. But I don't know, man. Like, for me at first, I'm not gonna lie, my my selfish side in me wanting to see some sport on TV. I'm not gonna play some bullshit. Like, so fucking boring. I miss hockey. I miss basketball. Like, I wanted to see some sport on TV. But my other side was like, yo, if they like, sports is not an essential. And at the end,
I think that's
the
what they're
day,
trying to show. Yeah.
sport is not an essential, and like, yo, we just go straight up to the bullshit. Like, it's fucking the white corporate that runs sport. So at the end of the day, it's like, yo, they care about their pocket. It's all cute that Black Lives Matters on the court or whatever, but like, the thing is, like, they're trying to say that they're using this as a platform to spread the message, but the guys are not. They're not in these streets. Like, some people, like, before coming to the bubble, they would be in these streets every fucking day. and do what they had to do with the protesters and all that. So that's why, like, man, I just feel like it's a waste of time. Like, there's nothing like these powerful voices can do in the bubble.
I don't necessarily fully agree because I know, like, LeBron has been very vocal. Many players have been very vocal about it. And it's just like, as you said, the game is not essential. And it's like, at some point, some things are more important than the game. And the fact that the majority of your players are black, and I can feel like they feel a little bit used. Like, you guys are getting entertainment from us, but then you're killing us out in the street. People that look just like me. Look at George Floyd and his friend Steven Jackson. Like, man looks just like him, a former NBA player. Like, and we have to. At some point, it's like it's a thing that hits home a lot for us, and I really don't think white people understand how hard it is to constantly go online and see these images and have to say the same thing and then go back and to the world and act like nothing happened. Like, this is like trauma for us. It's repeatedly trauma. Like, I fear every day for my brother, every single day. I fear for the men in my family and for the women around me. Honestly, Black women are some of the most intelligent creatures on earth. But I know that we are not going to get our recognition. And like, it's tough to, like, saying that sentence. It's heavy for me because, last week we talked about it with Megan Thee Stallion, talked about it with Keke Palmer. It's something that I'm realizing more and more every day, that my voice is little. Even though I'm told, like, yes, use your voice. Like, at work, I'll be told, yeah, you can have an opinion. Tell us your opinion. We care. And then, like, everybody's saying you do. But then when I speak, it's like you don't. And I see our voices silenced every day. And, I see our children being killed, and I see fathers being killed and brothers being taken away. And it feels like we're fighting a losing war, Yeah,
like we said earlier in the episode, it's like, man, we just running circles. Like, man, how many black people that's gonna get killed before, like, there's a change? Like, at this point, it's been going on forever. I just and now it went from, like, slavery to, like, killings on social media, on television. Like, it's broad daylight now. That shit is fucking insane, man.
I'm trying so hard not to cry because I'm not gonna give y'all the fucking satisfaction, but that is fucking like, the way that is normal. The way that is normal is disgusting. Like, I was talking to a friend yesterday who she got asked by her where she works for a very big company. And it's a juxtaposition, whereas I work for a pretty big company that has a lot of young people at the helm. She works for a very big company that has a lot of older people at the helm. And she was asked to kind of host and moderate a kind of roundtable talk about how to improve the workplace for Black women. And these were coming from superiors who really, it appears, that sincerely wanted to know how to make things better and what they're doing wrong, because they are not Black and they were not too sure of the issues. So they wanted to hear from her and have some questions from, people in the company. She told me, it's about 200 people. She's having this presentation. She's doing the presentation virtually. And at one point, this one woman asked to speak, and she says, hey, like, I'm a little bit confused about the things you're saying, because it's like, for me, it's like, I don't really know why we have to even see it this way, because I really don't see color. Like, to me, you guys are all like the same, and my coworkers, and it's great, And she was like, the thing is, the fact that you can comfortably sit here and say that there's no difference to you and you don't see color is the issue. The fact that you don't see a difference or you don't sense that there's a difference is proof of your ignorance to the situation. It's why, like, even now that I'm sitting here and telling you about the issues that I'm facing, that you have the audacity to even raise your hand and say to me, yeah, that's nice, but I don't see it. She's like, that's part of the issue. And I was like, you know what? Listen, shout out to your work for even doing that, because my work has not even addressed. All they sent us was links to donate to Black Lives Matter. They haven't, like, tried to rectify anything, and they have a very big racist culture in the office. But they were, like, asking for books to help and links to websites that they can read up on it. I'm like, But why? Why do I have to provide you this? Like
that's the issue. Like I just feel like right now, and I think I've been telling you that. Like my feeling right now with all of this going on, I just feel like they're just giving us like some biscuit for us to shut the fuck up and make sure like because at one point they see that so often on TV, they're not gonna tell us, but for them it's like, oh damn, another one. Oh now they're gonna get under our skin for a whole fucking money. I just feel that's how they feel. And like man, they
like
just
you don't
giving
think
us
they really
they
care?
just, some people I think I do, and some people I think they don't. And I think, and to be honest, it's like a 70% for me. 70% they just don't give a fuck, and 30% they do give a fuck. The people that give a fuck, to be honest, like they really attention, they pay attention, they ask you the questions or whatever. Like they comfortable to have that discussion. They doing the step to have that discussion. But
Hmm.
those that not comfortable, that those people that I'm telling you, they're just giving you that biscuit, and they're like, okay, we did our part. Now shut the fuck up. Let's move on. Like
See, I have a friend. Go
if
ahead.
you're not, yeah, if you're not, that's my thing. Like for me to take someone
Hmm.
seriously about having that conversation, even though like, and some people, to be honest, they still won't understand, but at least they're willing to have that conversation. I can
At
respect
least,
that at
yeah,
least.
yeah.
But like,
Yeah.
if you're not willing to have that conversation, that is super uncomfortable. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, you see, the body language are different the minute that you touch a the racism topic or whatever. Like, if you're not willing to have that convo, for me, like, man, it's a dub. Like, you're not ready
It's
for it.
tough.
Yeah.
It's tough. It's different. But it's necessary sometimes. Like I have a really good friend. She's white. Like I don't want to be like she's
Yeah.
my only really one good white friend, but she is. So, but like
Mhm.
because we just get along. But
Mhm.
but I'm very open to her about racial issues, and I definitely know like at the beginning she was like, "Yo, why are you always bringing up race?" But I was like, "I'm not always bringing up race. Actually, you are." But she wasn't aware that she was doing it. It was
Mhm.
like white women have an interesting way of saying racist things, but like not, but acting like it's just normal, or that they would say that to anybody. And it's
Mhm.
like, no, you wouldn't. Like I have to explain. And she's like, and I remember she was like, I don't really know, like how come like all like the friends, like the black girl friends I have, and then eventually we start off friends, and then we're not friends. I'm like, let me tell you, it's because they're not like me, where they're gonna explain to you how you just fucked up. I'm gonna tell you why, and I'm
Mhm.
gonna educate you as to why that is fucked up to say. But they're just gonna
Mhm.
stop fucking with you. Like they're just like, okay, this bitch is crazy,
And that
and
and
they're
that
gonna stop fucking with you.
and that's my thing too. Oh, I'm so good. I'm so happy you just said that. You just mentioned that because like I witnessed a lot of bros, a lot of brothers, a lot of sisters. Trust me, man. They let a lot of shits, and they let a lot of shit slide. A lot of shit. Sometimes, like I remember at work, like yo, there was that dude. He asked me to go pick up some shit and all that. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna do it. And then I
Hmm.
came back. I'm like, yo, like low key, I had to go get it somewhere else. I'm not even supposed to do that, but like, yo, like we do what we gotta do. If they come see me, blah blah blah, I'll tell them. They're like, oh man, you on some robbery shit, man, man. You know what it is? I'm like, yo, chill, bro. Like, like why you gotta crack that joke like that? Like I had to put him on check and all that because I know like he was comfortable in his head. He was comfortable enough to make that type of joke.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
the thing is like. The reason I didn't have no respect for that dude, I put him in check and all that. You were like, okay, all right, cool, my bad. Sorry, sorry, boom, boom, boom. But like the next week with another black dude, he cracked that joke, but he cracked that same joke, and he even went further than that because he saw that the dude didn't even react
Hmm.
to the point like
Hmm.
not only he didn't react, but he was laughing. I'm like, yo, I had to put him on the side. I'm like, yo, you really gonna let you talk like that? like
Listen, I think it's important
sometimes,
for us to call those things out. It's important to call it out.
and that's the thing. It's important to call it out. And some people sometimes for them it's like little stuff. They don't care. I was like, yo, you shouldn't even laugh because at the end of the day for them you on some slavery shit like right now. Like they keep picking on you.
Hmm.
He didn't even
Hmm.
realize that he was like, no man, that's not it. It was just a joke. I'm like, yo, it ain't just a joke. Like that's what I'm saying. Like
A
sometimes,
few things like
yeah.
yo, like she made a comment, like when sometimes you kind of change your dialect when you're around black people, like trying to be a little more down, like, girl, like you don't even say that. Don't stop. like stop. You don't even talk like this. Okay, okay. Oh my God, you touch your hair. Can I touch your hair? And I have to explain the history why you don't touch black women's hair. And I just remember explaining this to this girl and another coworker, and they were just like confused. They were just like, but like, I just want to touch it. Wait, so I just explained all of that and you just completely bypassed everything. Okay, so there's that. Sometimes people willingly don't like care, and then there's things that people will say and they think it's validated because other black people let them say it, so that means it's okay. Meaning, I remember it was one girl speaking to me about her black boyfriend, and she was explaining to me why she likes black men. Another white girl joined into the conversation, and they're explaining to me why they like black men, and another black person in the room why they enjoy black men. And I was like, okay, so everything you just said right there was very racist. Like, I know you don't think you're racist. Everything you just said was extremely racist. And it was offensive, and it kind of borderline. It was just bad. It was just bad, some of the shit that they were saying. And I was like, holy shit. Like, I was getting a clear view of white women's mind. I'm like, okay. So I'm like, does your boyfriend know you see him like this? They're like, well, not all of it, but I'm like, some of it. And he's like, yeah, but he's okay when I call him this and that. I'm like, he lets you call him that? Okay. And also I had to tell him, just because he lets you say that, that doesn't mean that it's okay to say to other black people. That doesn't mean that it doesn't make it okay. You're not in some club. Like, I don't know what the fuck that guy's doing, but he's wrong. And that's just that. But sometimes they'll be like, well, I talked to his friends and his friends were cool with it. I'm like, okay, I don't know how else to tell you. Just because they believe 2 + 2 is 5, it's still 4. I'm telling you, it's still 4. Like, some wild shit out here. Some wild shit. Yo, like you were saying, that conversation is tough.
I don't know if you saw that video, man. I'll have to find it and send it to you. Like, it was like a reverse thing. Like it was like a compilation of stuff that white people say to black people, and makes it regular and normal. But it was the reverse effect, like us black people saying to white people some stuff. Like,
I would like to see that.
Yeah, that matter of fact, that shit was super funny. And like, to be honest, like, like, I sent that to one of a white friend that of mine. She's not a close friend of mine, but like, I ain't got no issue with her and all that. But like, I sent her the video and she was like, yeah, now I get it now. I'm like, see, it's what we're going through every day. Like, imagine if I would tell
there's some
you
stuff,
these slick comments every fucking day. You were like, damn.
And it had a history, because it's like some things white people will never understand because it will never be connected. Like, I remember saying, what would happen if I touched your hair? And she's like, I would be fine with it. And I'm like, you see, that's the issue. The fact that you're not bothered by it and I am should tell you something. Yeah. Like, but at
the end of the day too, man. Like, if the person tell you don't touch my hair, they shouldn't touch it at the end of the day too. So
no, but you have to understand that like, what I understood is that white men is a whole other conversation, because they just rule the fucking world. Like, they've never heard no in their lives. But when it comes to white women, you have to realize that a lot of times they haven't really I'm not generalizing. I'm just saying, I'm not specifying. I'm saying in general, they haven't had a lot of difficulty, meaning people haven't given them resistance on anything. So it's like, when you're asking them, like, don't do that, it's like, why? I was like, but why? But like, why? And it's like, there's always a question, because it's like, nobody really challenges them on things. That's why we see all these Karens. They just call the police because they just, white women are very entitled. They believe they have the right to do shit. I should be able to call the cops on you because you don't have a permit, and I should be able to do this. And it's just like, it's very like, so you have to realize, when you were saying like, it's a respect thing, they don't see it as disrespect. They just see it as a right. And that's where the conversation needs to happen. It's like, you actually do not have the right to touch me. You do not have that right. And that's where the conversation happens. That's where the deprogramming happens. And honestly, the fucking tough conversations that's going to make everybody fucking uncomfortable. And yeah.
Nah, man, you're definitely right on that, man. Like, to be honest,
and I don't want to offend any white women that listen to us. I love y'all, but like, some of y'all be wilding. Let's be honest. Okay, so
no, to be honest, we just having like a real conversation. To be honest, like if we have like white listeners, we just saying what we're going through. So if you feel offended by it, then I just feel like you didn't get the message, like because we're not trying to be disrespectful. We're just talking about our reality, what we're going through. So
right, the point is not to offend. The point is to inform. The point is just to maybe like just be a part of something that could spark a change. Like and if I am being honest, I have seen a lot of like people around me start to make a change, and then there's some people that haven't. There's some, and there might be some people that will always be that way. But if we can get to a point where it's like it's not that 70-30, where it's more like 30-70, then we're heading somewhere. Like I know one of my friends, she was talking about how her grandmother is extremely racist and how she tries to talk to her. But I'm like, you know what? Like, I'm not saying give up on your grandmother, but give up on your grandmother, because she old.
Yeah, big fact.
And I mean, honestly, I don't really expect older white people to be nice to me. Like when they are, I'm shocked. So listen, it would be nice if you can get her to see things and change a little bit, but the thing is so deep and ingrained at that point. It's like, how is it going to change? They're going to see things how they're going to see things. They're going to say really disrespectful comments to your boyfriend when he comes for the holidays, and it's going to be that. And I mean, I hate to say it, I mean, they are going to die soon. So I think that the most important is to try and teach like the people that we have right now, like the current generation, to speak to their children before the children get corrupted, because it's right now it's very, very easy to get corrupted. As you guys are seeing these little white TikTokers getting in trouble and getting their college admissions taken away from them for making racist videos. These are like Generation Zers or whatever you call those. Those are people that grew up in the internet age and had information and still turned out incredibly racist. So you can only blame that on the parents and the things that they have seen. So it's very important to make sure that we're raising the next generation correctly and educating them correctly.
And my main thing too, like I always say that to people too, like, yo, never forget where you come from, man. like we're saying it, like I said before, like I witnessed a lot of shit, a lot of brothers and sisters letting shit slide or whatever. Like, yo,
why do you think they do that? To be down? Like, I want to be down type thing?
I just feel like they're just not educated, to be honest. And no disrespect. What I mean by educated is like, yo, they don't get to do the research, like where they're coming from. There's a lot of people, to be honest, there's a lot of people that I know, I chill with them or whatever. Like, it took that George Floyd event for them to really do their research. And it's sad.
Wow.
It's fucking sad, to be honest. But at least there's a beginning, to be honest. Like, there's hope. So that's why, like, I ain't doing like, I'm cool. I'm cool with that. I'm not judging or whatever. It's just that I witness a lot of people, like, they let a lot of shit slide to the point, like, sometimes when you put them on check, they're trying to put you on check. And for me, it's like, yo, you forgot where you come from. Because at the end of the day, yo, you're still a nigga. Like, yo, you might be cool with them.
Even if you in a Benz, you're still a nigga in a coupe.
Like, yo, like, it's sad to say that, but like, yo, you cool with them one day, but yo, when they don't fuck with you over some bullshit that you did, they'll remind you that you're a fucking nigga. So, yeah, at the end, yeah. So at the end of the day, that's why me personally, everything that I do in life, like, yo, that's for me. Like, I'm not gonna talk for everybody. That's for me. And that's what I preach. I've been telling people around me that, like, yo, I ain't trying to fit the system. I'm trying to create my own system. I do what I got to do. I do it for myself because at the end of the day, the system is not made for me. It's not made for me. So
Mm-hmm.
I do what I gotta do. If I got a white guy that is an ally that down to help me in my cause, that's good. But at the end of the day, I don't depend on no white people. The system is not for me, man. Like the system is not for me. I'm still a nigga. Whatever I'm doing in life, I'm still a nigga. Whatever, like, I'm doing my events or whatever, like, yo, they're always gonna look at me like trying to belittle me or whatever. All right, cool. Then I don't need you. Whatever, like I thought, maybe you could help me with, like, I'm gonna do it myself.
Exactly.
Then after that,
Exactly.
like, yo, see me at the top because, like, yo, I'm gonna be doing the same shit that you didn't want to help me with. Like that's how I see it. Like I can't depend on the society or the system or whatever. It's made for me to fail. Like I always say, it's in my status. Like, born to lose, built to win. That's it. That's the way you see it. That's the
Hmm.
like that's how I feel. But, like, don't forget where you come from, man. Like, because if you if you do, the reality is gonna hit you fucking hard, man.
Yo, I can't listen. Couldn't have said it better myself. Speaking of well, earlier we were speaking on boycott, so I also want to mention that Naomi Osaka has also withdrawn from her tennis match. She says, "Before I am an athlete, I am a black woman." Shout out to that Zoe life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I like the statements that are being made. I understand that some people think it's not useful. I'm of the other side of the coin. I do think that these do help further the conversation and bring attention to the situation. Also, just on a little lighter note, I want to mention, because we were talking about, some said I want to be down. Brandy and Monica are doing a versus. This is exciting to me.
I like the segue. Yeah, Brandy and
It's Brandy and Monica are doing a versus. I mean, it's like I think I had to lighten up the mood. I was so depressing. Like, I almost cried 3 times. So I want to know who y'all got.
I don't know, man. I feel it's not a fair one, to be honest.
Some people don't think it's fair. Some people think Brandy's gonna wipe the board with Monica, but and you guys know I'm a Brandy fan. Y'all know this. Let's not act like Monica's not gonna get it's not a sweep. It's not a 4-0. Like, she's gonna come with some shit.
Well, if Brandy let Monica play the boy's mind, she got one already for sure. But
first of all, she can't play the boy's mind. It's Brandy's song. Brandy wrote the song. It was originally Brandy's song.
Yeah,
Brandy's team went and asked Monica.
It's still her song. It's still Monica's song too. Like, I don't know. Well, you didn't watch it, but, like, in the verses with Fab and Jada Kiss played a featuring that Fab was on too. You were like, oh, you caught me like that. All right, I see you. That was some slick shit. He's like,
from what I understand,
he was like, well, you didn't play it, so I'm a play it.
And that counts. But from what I understand, because
counts.
the boys' mind is such a huge part of their careers, I would assume they're gonna do same thing that Erykah Badu and Jill Scott did when it came to, oh my god, what is that song that they both have a version of? They just both played it at the beginning, and it was like, that kind of doesn't count. So I feel like they're just gonna play the boys' mind in the beginning, get that out the way, and, like, all right, let's get into our hits. Now, Monica, let's be honest, like, y'all, Monica fans, I don't even know what they call y'all, but don't come for me. But you guys know, no, I can't say. You know what? No, I'm gonna make it positive. Brandy and Monica wanted to be positive. They want to be a celebration. I'm not gonna start a beef. Y'all on the internet, trust me. I'm on R&B Twitter, Black Twitter all day. Y'all have been fighting, and you guys are gonna keep fighting until August 31st. I'm not joining in your games, okay? People are really going off, and it's, like, so funny. I'm like, really? Like, they just said they want us to be a celebration, and you guys have been pulling out stats. You guys have been, like, literally arguing since it came out. I'm like, you guys are dumb, man. Like, let's just enjoy it. And why do they have to be against each other? I think Monica said it at one point. She's like, it's okay to like both of us. Like, I think like
Well,
people who like
that,
were
that,
in the
that politically correct answer. It's okay to like both of us, but nah, hey, we clearly
but
know
why is it not?
that.
Like, I mean, obviously, just for people who sing, we know Monica yodels. Don't come for me, but we know she yodels. With Brandy, even we know she has the better voice. When it comes to songs,
Oh, I like
Monica,
the slick shot. Oh, we clearly know she got a bit of voice. I like the slick shot. All right, cool. I
Monica
see.
has some good songs, some good hood classics. So let's be honest. Monica's more hood. You know, she kick
Yeah.
down your door and smack your chick. And Brandy's a little more angelic. But she's got them hits. Got them hits.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Sometimes it's just not fair. Like, let's be honest. Let's cut the crap. It's not fair. It's like, yo, it's not to compare or whatever, but it's like that Rick Ross 2 Chainz. Everybody know, yo, Rick Ross is the bigger artist. To the point, like, even 2 Chainz got to
That's
yo,
true.
like, we all know.
Yeah.
Like, and I've been seeing interviews and all that, Breakfast Club or whatever, like, the hosts were low-key trying to tell him, like, yeah, you good, 2 Chainz, but Rick Ross is just on another level. That's how I feel
That
with
definitely
him.
wasn't fair. That
Yeah,
definitely wasn't fair.
like it wasn't fair. Even though, like, yo, 2 Chainz got hit for he got hits for days, but Rick Ross, like, it's another bracket. Brandy, she's in another bracket. Like, it's not fair. I don't care what you're saying. There's nothing that you're
Well,
gonna tell me that's gonna come. At least you got a point. If Brandy is
I'ma still be
kind
tuned
enough,
in.
Brandy gotta be kind enough to let her play the boys' match. She's gonna have at least 1 point. It's not gonna be a whole sweat. She's not gonna get washed.
You're
So
so stupid. What Brandy has to do, I think it's going to be very strategic. I think they're working on their playlist right now, what they're going to play, and I do think that Brandy's going to be very nice. I think that the people in her team are going to want to not completely annihilate Monica, so they're going to pick the songs very strategically. I don't agree. Like, I think it should let's keep the versus energy how it was in the beginning. Let's fight, but now people want to be all nice and let's celebrate each other. So I'm like, okay, whatever.
that cute shit, but man.
Yeah.
You know what?
All right, guys.
You're gonna get washed. That's all I'm saying. Let's finish on that.
Wow. Wow. Okay, guys. So we're not even gonna do final thoughts because that was fun. That gave me a smile back because I was not smiling before. But I definitely do want to hear your thoughts on what we just discussed. And in the warm up next week, we can have a little conversation about your comments. So make sure you send those in to breakdown2lowdown@gmail.com. That's breakdown2lowdown@gmail.com. Make sure you're following us on all social media at real_B2L on Twitter, at Breakdown2Lowdown on Instagram, and search Breakdown2Lowdown on Facebook. All those are with the number 2 and not the word 2. Don't forget to share with a friend also. Share the love.
All right.
We out. We out for this week. See you next week.
Peace.